Brucey. Welcome back, everybody, to another camping in the rain with Tony and Bruce. Oh, should we lose the cap? Not a fan. Okay. Well, the first thing I gotta do is get thermocell cranking. There are bugs, bitey bugs, aren't there, Brucey? So I'm gonna get this cranking. All right. Whew. What else have we got? Brucey's looking for another treat. You want another treat? Okay. Hang on. Got my spare thermocell stuff here. And Bruce is even on the front cover. Ah. There you go. Oh, can you not dribble all over the kettle? Thanks. Try another one. There you go. Right, so sit rep. I'm back by the river, a favourite spot. Bruce's bowl for dinner. He doesn't need water in a separate bowl. He's been drinking, the stream is right here and he's just drinking from the stream. So I know I'm gonna get a million comments. Please leave a bowl out for him anyway. He won't drink from it when he's got that because it's flowing water and he prefers the flowing water. So yeah, sit rep. Camping in the rain again. The bugs are out. It's beginning of autumn. 2022, and this is I've been doing a bunch of car camps, so it's nice to get back to proper camping. Yeah, still a bit of luxury, as you saw my gear. I've got my chair and everything else, and I've got something great for dinner and for breakfast. Now it's 4:30, something like 4:40, so I need to just prep. I need to get some water. Now, I've got this, I don't usually do this, but I thought in case the stream changes, the company has sent me a water filter. So this is from Membrane Solutions, and they said, would you like to try it out? Would you like to test it? They haven't paid me or anything, they just sent it to me for free. But the reason I said yes is because sometimes I camp on the tops and the tarns sometimes don't look that great, but also I'm usually quite a way away from them. And it's a schlep going back and forth to get water. This thing comes with a 6 litre gravity fed bag, Membrane Solutions. I've never heard of them. So yeah. What you do is, I guess you just fill it with water and attach the pump. Water straw. All right, let's get on with it. Let's fill this thing with water in the rain. Okay, plug that in, and then water should start flowing. Oh, look at that, it does. Water flows out of there, water straw goes that way. That's on there like that. You've got to release the clip, and then you should be able to just drink out of it. So let's see if this works. Okay, it's gravity fed. Oh yeah, it's filling up. It is filling with water. It's going through the water straw. Check it out. I don't know if you can see that, but it is flowing. Nice, fresh, I'm assuming very filtered water. So that could be a godsend for me up on the tops when I'm a long way from the tarn and the tarn's looking a bit murky. I'd have to adapt this a bit to suit my purposes, but look at that. Gravity fed, and you just close the clip when you're done and seal the end. Wow, that's filled up a whole Nalgene already. Okay, I'm impressed. Of course, let's hope it really has filtered it, but I don't know what's in this straw, but it's a membrane of some sort. And then you close that, close it off, and just leave it like that. Fresh stream water, also gone through a filter system. Yep, stream water. Cool. Be using that on the tops then. Thank you, Membrane Solutions. Good job. All right, I need some firewood. I've had a scout around, and this looks very dead. I guess its roots got taken out. And the leaves on it are dead. Yeah. I might just saw this down actually. Got my little silky with me. A little pocket one, which is quite handy. It's called a Pocket Boy Silky with an extra strong blade. Okay. Let's make sure Bruce is out of the way. Oh, that looks lovely inside. Very dry. Oh yeah, excellent. It's very difficult in this forest to get dry wood. It's just such a healthy forest. But this tree had fallen in some wind and had obviously taken out the roots of this one, wedged it and killed it. So it's beautiful inside. Yeah, nice and dry. That should give us a nice little fire for cooking, just to get some coals. It's not that cold. It might get down to like a single digit tonight, maybe 9 degrees centigrade, but that's about it. So let me just trim this to make it easier to get it out. This Pocket Boy with this blade, so what blade is it? Professional Pocket Boy 130. It's got really big teeth. You saw how quickly it cut through that. Makes mincemeat of it, really does. Comes with a container, but I'll just put it in my pocket. So I didn't even need my axe. Right, drag this back to camp. Whew. Oh, you show off, Bruce. Right, I'll spare you the processing of all of this, but by the time you come back, hopefully I'll have just a nice neat little pile ready to go on the fire, which I've got here, a little stone rockery thing here to do some cooking on. So let's get on with it. Right, I've got my pile of sticks. I've got some wood there. I've got a bit more here that I will probably end up breaking up later. But good fire starting stuff. Should get a really good fire cranking with this. Now I'm assuming you can see someone wants a stick. He wants the stick, he wants the stick. Okay, 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 ready? Go get it. Okay, that should keep him occupied. I'm sure he won't be back very soon. Oh, he's decided to lie down by the stream and chew that stick. Okay, so I can smell the thermocell. You can probably see the smoke coming off it. The pocket Silky made absolute mincemeat of all of this wood so quickly. It is really nice and dry inside. I'm going to split the bigger pieces with my axe, but look at that, it's lovely. You can hear it, very dry, which is very rare here. Right, do I split a couple of these pieces now? Might as well. I know all the bushcrafters are into batoning, but if you've got an axe, why baton? Because an axe makes much quicker work of it, he says, as he bollocks that up completely. I just think batoning is good, but it's just, you can't beat an axe. Look at that, straight through. It's a nice solid ground under there. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Just split those big bits. The others aren't that big. All right. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Okay. Wash hands time in the stream. Be right back. Okay, I think it's time to get the fire going. Whew. So what I might do, spare my back, I'm going to do this sitting down. Just a little wall there, in case there's a breeze from one particular direction. Right, I've got my little fire lighting kit. Which is pretty simple, really. It's... Oh yeah, exactly. It's fat wood shavings, sort of a hand sanitizer alcohol solution, matches, that sort of stuff. It's a very strong smell. If that doesn't get this thing lit, nothing will. I haven't really organized myself very well here. So this stuff, the beech tree, even though it's wet, it still ignites really, really well. But what I want is a bit of a base. So I'll take a couple of big pieces that I've got left, yep. And I'm just going to put that at the bottom of the fire. And that'll be my base. Dig it in, let some air get to it. I'm getting hot now with the hat on after chopping up all that wood. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want to light some fat wood, get this cranking. Okay, we are good. I'm not going to use a ferro rod or anything when I've got matches. But in an emergency, yes, I do have my ferro rod. And this stuff would take a spark. Now, fat wood resin, it burns really hot, but it really smokes. If anyone remembers, oh, I can see steam off my breath. If anyone remembers, this is the spot where the smoke followed me like crazy and everyone thought it was hilarious. I was getting smoked out. It was just all sorts of things were happening. I was creating a bit of a vacuum by the fire, so it was coming at me. Yeah, my stupid mistake. Okay. So this stuff will smoke quite a bit. But once it takes, it's brilliant. You know, the added advantage is it will keep all these midges away. Okay, that stuff has started to take. Now in my first aid kit, I always carry my pocket bellows, which works really well. When I say first aid kit, it's more like an emergency kit, survival kit. Oh, hang on, I might not need the bellows, but it's in here just in case I do need it. Oh, it might be okay. Sorry, Brucey, it's for the fire. Oh no, I am going to need the bellows. Works. The other thing that works really well, if you saw me pumping up my air mattress earlier, is those little pumps for your mattress. That's a last resort. The bellows works really well. Now, I might just leave the rest of these sticks here that have got leaves on, because they're quite wet. It absolutely chucked down on my way in here. So this place got a good soaking. Oh, Brucey, honestly, this is meant for the fire. He doesn't even bring it back. Oh, he has brought it back. Sorry, Brucey, I told everyone you weren't going to bring that back. Okay. Temperature's dropped. I can see my breath now. That was fast. No, you've had enough sticks now, Bruce. Sorry. These are for me. Wow, that was a big one. All right. I think we're good. I think that's going to turn into a really good fire. Yeah. I think it's time for a brew. And at the risk of repeating myself every time, oh, big strong breeze just came through. Yeah, at the risk of repeating myself, I don't need my knife on anymore. I am on the wagon still, recovering from having COVID for the second time. Yeah, that wasn't fun, but it wasn't that bad. And so I'm not drinking. So I've got a near beer. Good old Heine. Ah. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming along again. This could be interesting. I get the feeling it's going to absolutely chuck down, but when? I don't know. I just don't know. But cheers. Whew. Temperature is dropping. Now, I've got my, what do you call these? Youngstown fireproof gloves. These are actually Nomex. I can't remember what they're actually called. Oh, here we go. Youngstown F4 Waterproof Ultimate Lined with Kevlar. These things, you can actually put your hand in the fire. They're amazing. So when you're having a fire like this, leather, fireproof, Kevlar treated gloves are the way to go, and they're waterproof. They're expensive, but they're great. I think people who work on the oil fields and stuff like that, Alaska, they wear these sorts of things. They're approved for that. So I would definitely advise those. Wow, this is giving off some major heat now. So for what I'm cooking tonight, I need a bed of coals, not flames. Oh, okay. Ooh. I think the smoke is disappearing as well. This view is just spectacular. Oh, wow, temperature is dropping. I'm you know, sawing all the wood. I mean, you know what they say. Wood heats you 3 times. Finding the wood, chopping the wood, burning the wood. But this is kicking off a lot of heat. This is nice. This is really nice. Don't even need to put a sweater on. It's incredible. So, what have I got? What's going on this trip? Okay, I've got the Flames Creed 4x3 tarp, 4x3 meter tarp. I don't know what Bruce is saying. Okay, I should explain. We're in the season called the roar right now. So the deer, the stags are roaring and they're everywhere, everywhere. I've got a trail cam with me that I'm going to set up tonight somewhere at camp, just aiming out. Hopefully we'll film them overnight. But I doubt we'll actually see one because we got smoke and stuff like that, and they don't come out until dusk. But he'll see that or smell them first. So if his head bolts up like that, then maybe he's seen something. But I'd be really surprised if something just popped straight out at this time. But you never know. So yeah, I've got the Flames Creed 4x3 meter tarp. I've got the North Face Stormbreak 2 2-person tent. Really nice tent. I've only used it once, but typical North Face quality. Yeah, really good quality. The only thing that's a downer about it are the pegs that it comes with, are those useless pegs. So I'm using my Hilleberg Anaris pegs for this. Also, it's pretty flexible actually. You can do a lot with it. I've just realized I've got this door and I don't need it. And they fold, from what I remember, the doors actually fold back. Yeah, they do. So very flexible. There you go. Awesome. It gives me a bit more room. Okay, keep it all neat and tidy. Peg back in the peg bag. That's better. Gets me a bit further away from any smoke as well. So yeah, North Face Stormbreak 2. Good tent, good quality. There's only 2 things wrong with it, the pegs and the zips are awful. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but you can't open this thing from the inside easily. It takes a while. It's a real schlep. Sorry about the smoke. That's the only downer about it. Other than that, brilliant tent. I've never used it here before. I've only used it up in the pines. It's a very drafty tent. It's a lot of mesh. It's not a winter tent. It's not a 4-season tent by a long stretch. You could probably use it in the snow, but a I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, I've got that. What else we got? Got some good food to cook tonight. The usual stuff. Yeah. Camping in the rain with Tony and Bruce. He's got some nice food for dinner from his fans on Buy Me a Coffee. And again, thank you for everybody that's done that, and thank you for the treats. Ah, this is going pretty well now, isn't it? Gonna have a really nice bed of coals. I wasn't actually sure if I'd be able to have a fire, if I'd be able to find any firewood. But I guess I got lucky this time. Lovely. And cozy. That's the wood whistling. you can hear the wood whistling and it's freaking you out. He's like, what the hell is that? It's okay. It's not a dog whistle. So yeah. Wow, I'm so happy. It's amazing to be here in this spot. I can't remember the last time I was here. In the Anaris tent, I think. It's been a while. And I love this spot so much. It really is staggeringly beautiful. And the sound of the stream. Now, a massive stream surge, whatever, a river surge happened. And I actually videoed it. I showed the carnage through the forest further up there in a previous video. I'll try and remember to put that in the B-roll, but I'll probably forget. But anyway, massive carnage. What happened was a naturally formed reservoir about 200, 300 meters up had burst and everything came gushing down and it just devastated. There was a path through the forest. It was just devastated. Anyway, that ends up further upstream here. And what it did was it actually changed the shape of the stream. And so the stream used to run directly underneath us here, and now it's further away, which is incredible. It shifted all this material. There's logs, trees down, massive boulders. So the power of that thing is amazing. And yet, this little island that I'm on, untouched by it. It didn't touch it. Yeah, it's incredible. This thing is the most resilient spot, even though I'm right next to a stream. It is just a stream, it's not a river. It requires a monumental amount of rain to make that thing rise to anything significant. And for it to actually be a torrent requires massive, massive storms to happen in the catchment area just above here, and it's not that far. So it's pretty safe. There is a way out of here. If I had to, I can scramble up the hill and so can Bruce. And there is a way out. So it's all good. We've camped here many times, haven't we, Brucey? Yes, we have. So what I'm going to do is just chill in front of this lovely fire and just take it easy and bring you back either for rain, if we get some heavy rain. It's raining now, but it's so gentle that you can't really pick it up. So I'll either bring you back for rain or I'll bring you back for dinner. Welcome back, everybody. It's quite a bit later now. I think it's almost time to get dinner on, get his dinner at the same time. But I tell you what, before we do that, let's go and set up the trail camera, find a suitable tree to strap that to. And I can hear it's raining now, and get that sorted. So I've got the trail camera here. Yeah, so let's get this set up. Okay. Oh, and here comes the rain. Great. Right, I think this will be a good spot. So just need to get the camera, turn it on. It's the right mode. Okay. That should pick up anything coming past. Okay, excellent. Next thing I got to do is turn Bruce's light on. Come here, Brucey. Let's turn your collar on. This is a different one. This is orange. Okay, there you go. Hopefully, that doesn't trigger him as much, but who knows? Don't know if that's coming up. Okay, right, so I need to put lights on. I need to sort this out, and we need to start cooking. Smoke. Right, I need to get this fire sorted, just so it's coals only. Try and organize it a bit. As much as possible. Spread them out. Okay, so I've got with me, wow, that's hot, a titanium grill. So it weighs absolutely, it's so light, so light. Very simple to set up. How hard wearing it is, I don't know. Wow, this fire is so hot. I don't think I can sit here very long. Okay, my other grill is superb, but it's ridiculously heavy. And that thing is steel. So this thing is a Boundless Voyage titanium grill. We shall see. Now, I'm actually, what I have planned, I can just do it like this. Yeah, so I'll get some flame on there. That should work. Okay. That should work well. Okay, let's get our dinner ready. So for dinner we are having, oh, I need to get another beer out. So Bruce's dinner is in here as well, but we'll do his afterwards. So we're having a ribeye steak, and that's a lot of steak. And what I'll probably do is save some for the morning for Bruce. Okay, so I need my knife and I need to season it. Wow, that's so hot. This is easily going to cook. Where's the blade on this thing? Here we go. These are great. This is the Leatherman, what's it called? Squirt. Absolutely awesome little mini, gosh, it's so sharp. Mini multi-tool. Really good. And behind me, you can probably see Bruce is triggered. What a surprise. Okay. Oh, I almost spilt juice on me there. Right, now, I didn't bring... Oh, Bruce! Stop, stop, stop! What's happened? Oh, you got caught on the guy line. Okay, enough, Bruce. Silly. Wow, Bruce got caught on the guy line. Did you hear him whimper? No, go away. No, no, no. Bruce, no, no. Away from there. Go on, go somewhere else. Go on. He's triggered by a log that's there. There's a hole under the log. And he just plays a game. Every time we're here, he plays a game that there's something in there. There is nothing there, believe me. There isn't anything there. This is just Bruce. This is just what Bruce does. He cannot help himself. Again, I'll get loads of comments. Ah, blah, blah, blah. He saw a mouse or something. He didn't. You just have to trust me on that. Okay? Take it with faith. Right. What am I actually looking for? Ah, cooking stuff. I'm not very well organized. Right, here we go. Okay, so what I might do is put this on the lower bit first. Yeah, put it on the lower bit first. Season it on there. Oh no. Well, that didn't go well, did it? Sandy, I'm gonna have to go and wash that in the river. That was silly. Well, that one's cooking, so. Oh man, I can't believe I just dropped that in the sand. Because I missed. That was so stupid. Right. Oh wow, that's cooking already. Wow, that was hot. See, that's where I meant to put it. Okay, let me just go and rinse this off in the river. Oh boy. Well, these things happen. Oh man. Thank God for the stream. That was silly. Okay, let's season that. A bit more on that one. Okay, good. Woo. Now we just got to let that cook. This is so hot, I don't actually think it will take very long. I like this grill. I really do. Okay. That catastrophe averted. That was all okay. So with it, I'm having salad. But let's get Bruce's dinner. So fresh from the fridge. Got Bruce some Butch New Zealand Black Label dog food. Made in New Zealand. Good stuff. And this is lamb and beef. Yep. Bruce, do you want your dinner? He's very triggered by his light. Oh Christ. I missed the seat. Bruce, it's a disaster. I know, just wait, Brucey. Just wait. You're such a good boy. This is one thing after another, it really is. And let me put a light on for you so you can actually see. You're probably just going to see more smoke, but it might help. And my steak isn't far off, so let's get Bruce's dinner done. Bruce, you do like this. This is from all of your subscribers, all of your fans on Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, that looks good, Brucey. That looks good. I'll try not to drop yours in the sand like I did with mine. Actually smells really good. Oh, look at that. Bits of jelly. Yum. I can see peas, carrots. Gosh, everything. Sweet, is that sweet corn? I can't tell. Yeah. So this is refrigerated. It's chilled. Oh no, I dropped some on the floor. Well, you know who's going to find that. There is a recommended amount. Is that it? Yeah. Oh, that's sandy, Bruce. You don't want that piece. That was sandy. Wow, that's a lot for you. He's wagging his tail. I know that doesn't look like much, but it really is. But because he's been going so nuts out there, I'll give him just a little bit more. Got to keep an eye on my steak, because I think that will be done now. Okay. Go on then. Good boy. Oh, just everything's a fiasco. I'm making such a mess. I'm sure if Anne was here, it wouldn't be this messy. All right, let's turn the steak. No, it's not burnt or anything. That's doing well. It's getting some good heat in there. Oh yeah, it's a nice slow cook. Yeah, it's elevated enough that it's a slow cook. I think he's just finished that already. Oh no, he's still got a tiny bit left in there. Right, so I'm having Mexican coleslaw with corn chips with my steak. Smells good. Oh, corn chips. Now somewhere there's probably a dressing. Yeah, there it is. Oh, why do they make these things so you can't just tear them? Why, people? Why? So irritating. If you're a fan of Jeremy Clarkson, of former Top Gear fame and now Grand Tour and Clarkson's Farm, he wrote a book, Is It Just Me or Is Everything SHIT? Right, I need to put that in the rubbish bag. There's my rubbish. Okay. Burn the old Heineken box later. Yeah. Is it just me or is everything SHIT? I recommend that. And that's the sort of thing it goes into. Why is everything just so difficult? Why is everything built so badly? It's a real moan. But it is funny. Okay. This is going to be epic. As long as I don't drop it anymore, this is going to be really good. And I am hungry. Bruce has finished his. And he immediately goes over to the stream and gets a drink of water. As usual. Oh, yes, I can just see blood coming through the top of the steak now. That is the signal. Flushable wet wipes. Don't leave home without them. Okay. Let's get the Coleman's English mustard ready. Corn chips. All right. Let us check the steak. Smells amazing. Oh, I think it's almost there. Just a bit of sinewy fat there to melt down. Okay, we're almost there. I don't know where he's gone. Oh gosh, I can see him miles away. That's quite refreshing. Hate to say. Yep, he's behind me. Well, we're going to get a bit of charring on there because I've got some flame going. It's not a problem. Might just move them back slightly. I like the shape of this. So the reason I went with this is I also like the fact that it's got a solid bit here that you could do things like egg on. Yeah, just oil it. You can do your fried eggs on there if you wanted to. It just struck me as a good idea. And being titanium and so light, yes. Okay, they're ready. I don't know if you can see him over there. Just that red glow. Oh boy, that's a lot. So what I will do is, I'm just going to leave the other one sitting on the plate and set that aside, let it cool down. There. Where he hopefully won't come and get it. Because then he could have that for breakfast. Wow, you take that away and this fire is giving off some serious heat. Ah, gosh, can't get close to it. Okay, mustard time. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I can't get over how hot that fire is. Let's mix this up a bit. Mexican coleslaw. Ribeye steak and Coleman's English mustard. What is not to like there? It's a feast. And to top it off, you get to see him in the background running around like an idiot, chasing shadows. Oh, it's perfect. Wow. I can't explain the flavor. Oh, the wood smoke. You can taste it. It's beautiful. He's a nutter. This, on the other hand, is absolutely superb. He's had a lot of treats today. And he's had a big dinner there. I don't want him to be sick. Wow, I'm so happy. It's light rain, not a downpour. Well, I'm sure that's happening later. Got the heat from my fire, and this thing is really cooking. That's so hot. I built up this wall of stones as a reflector. I've got Brucey here with me. I've got steak. It's not too cold. No insects. What's not to like? Hopefully this tent does well tonight. No condensation or anything. I'm going to leave the front door wide open, so hopefully there won't be any. Mm. Mm. I'm going to take my time now. I'll slow down a bit because I'm rushing because it's so good. I'll bring you back for scar time. My camera just suddenly stopped all by itself. I've got a new one arriving, so hopefully better. Yeah, sorry. So I was saying, let's get the trivial thing out the way first for world events and things that are happening. The Oscars. Will Smith. Now, I've got to admit, I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong. But when I first saw it, And I don't watch the Oscars. It was just, I saw it on a news clip. I heard the joke. The announcer, the host or whatever, the journalist said, you know, oh, she's got alopecia and it's well known. And made out that Chris Rock had made the joke at her expense because she's got alopecia. And Will Smith got up and clocked him one. And I thought, well, yeah, I'd do the same thing. If someone picked on my wife's medical condition in front of 1 billion people, I'd probably deal with it as well. And that's what I thought at the beginning. Then I see the real thing that he didn't know, and that maybe it's an ongoing thing between them, I don't know. And then I see footage of Will Smith laughing at first. And then I see footage of him hitting him and Jada Pinkett Smith laughing. And then it all starts sort of sinking in. It's like, wait, what just happened? Why? And then I thought about, well, would I actually punch someone for saying that? And I thought, well, I don't know. It was a slap. I don't even think maybe I would do that. Maybe my brains would kick in and I would just say, what? You know, they could have got up and left. That would have cancelled Chris Rock. That would have, if they'd got up and walked out, then I'm sure Chris Rock would have felt absolutely awful. But unfortunately, he didn't. And he slapped Chris Rock. And then and he ruined the Oscars for everyone else that worked so hard to win an award. He ruined the Oscars for the Williams family, his movie was about, the father. Like, no one is mentioning that now. No one is mentioning the movie. No one is mentioning the other Oscar winners. Jessica Chastain won Oscar for Best Actress, and Coda won an Oscar. No one's talking about that. They're all talking about that selfish, entitled git, Will Smith. I used to really like him, but after seeing that, the combination of events, can't stand the guy. And then to see everyone standing and applauding him, ugh, what a vile industry. What a bunch of suck-ups. They're all hypocrites. And I can't stand any of them. God, I'm sick of Hollywood. I really am sick of Hollywood. And they preach like crazy. They're so woke. They virtue signal all the time. And it's one rule for them, one rule for us. If that had been a cameraman that had got offended and had gone up and slapped Chris Rock around the face, do you think the sheriff would have waited for Chris Rock to press charges? No, he'd have just arrested him. Assault and battery. You don't actually have to file charges for the sheriff to come in and do that. So why does Will Smith get away with it? Why wasn't he spending the night in jail? Regardless of what Chris Rock does. It was outrageous behavior. Outrageous by all of them. Was Chris Rock's jokes funny? I don't know. Yeah, kind of. I laughed a bit. I see where he was going with it. Whatever. But it was harmless. You know, I thought it was harmless. Turns out he didn't know that she had alopecia anyway. So yeah, that happened. And we've wasted too much time thinking about it and talking about it already. Because the real news is what's going on in Ukraine. And I did call it a while back in one of my other videos that I thought Russia was going to invade. This should not be, what we're seeing now shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. The carnage, the aftermath, the things that they're doing, the war crimes. You see what they've been doing in Syria. See what they did in Chechnya. You know, I had a subscriber who unsubscribed before Russia invaded because he said I had a bit of a rant about Putin. And he said, oh, there's more to this than just one side, blah, blah, blah. It's because of NATO. I'm unsubscribing. Because he liked Putin and he thought Putin was justified in doing what he was doing. Really? I'd like to speak to that subscriber now after the atrocities that have been uncovered. I hope they all get done. I hope there is a, I hope there's a tribunal, and I hope they all get done. Will anything happen to them? No, but hopefully none of them will ever be allowed to leave Russia ever again and go anywhere. And I hope that China and India now condemn Russia for what they did. That's my view. Anyway, just my opinion. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That was my opinion. Right, is this water hot? Oh yeah. Lovely hot chocolate. Nice bit of coals there just to keep it hot. So yeah, so that happened. So that's two very negative things. One, absolutely trivial that no one should be talking about. And the other, the most horrific thing that could possibly be happening on the planet right now. Is there any good stuff happening? Is there a light? Is there hope? Yes. Oh, that's nice. So, a milestone. We reached 100,000 subscribers. Wow. Incredible, incredible. 100,000 subscribers. It's amazing, amazing. I was staggered. And we did it in a year. Absolutely staggered. So I feel I should give some shout outs. It's such a momentous occasion. So I'd like to shout out to the people who inspired me because I was watching their YouTube channels. And it was, wow. It's actually not that long a list, to be honest. But the channels that I watched were Go 4x4, Jörg, who I talk to now, great bloke. Corporal's Corner, Sean Kelly. Skills, like you can't imagine. Ex-Marine, I think. Served twice, two tours. Amazing. Matthew Poser, used to love his stuff. I'll be honest, I've kind of stopped watching, but his early stuff, where the builds that he did in the snow and stuff with Monty, wow, yeah, they really hooked me. Matthew Poser, definitely. Who else? Joe Robinette. Again, I've kind of stopped watching. But credit where credit's due. Yeah, Joe Robinette. Again, some serious skills, yeah. But just things change on people's channels, and sometimes you just, if they change the concept, then sometimes I tune out and stop watching. Who else? Paul Mesner in the UK. I liked his manner. So big shout out to Paul. I talked to him a fair bit. Seems like a lovely guy. Not met him personally, but I do like what he's done. I do like his channel. I like his little camping trips. I like his gear reviews and things like that. Luke at the Outdoor Gear Review. I loved some of his early stuff, where he goes out into the storms, into the nor'easter and things like that. Plus, I love his gear reviews. So I still watch his channel religiously. I watch quite a lot of the gear reviews if it's a decent piece of gear, like a tent or something. And I watch some of his camps. I'm not so keen on the music, his music choice, and where he puts music at the beginning. But again, seems like a really genuine, nice guy. I'm trying to think. Am I missing anyone? TA Outdoors in the UK. I watched a little bit of his. He was a bit of an inspiration as well. I think that was about it. There was one other channel that I used to watch, but then it all got very political. And he was doing deals with Chinese companies. You know who he is, probably. He has a lot of tattoos. And I did like some of his early stuff, but then I was just a little bit suspicious about how genuine some of the stuff was. And I bought some gear based on some reviews he'd done. It turned out it was just total rubbish. And so I stopped watching him. But I have to say, he did get me hooked on in the first place. I'm not going to mention his name because, just again, because of all the politics that happened. But yeah, you know who, probably. So yeah, shout outs to all the people who inspired me to think while I was sitting there watching people camping, I can do that. I go camping and I would really enjoy doing that. It must be fun having a YouTube channel where you get to do what you love doing, like this. I mean, I'd say between Matthew Poser, Sean Kelly, Corporal's Corner, and Joe Robinette, gosh, I must have watched hours and hours and hours and repeats. Yeah. I wish Corporal's Corner, I wish Sean would do the occasional big trip video. Like I do, you know, the 2 or 3 hours. I would just love to see him do it. I'd love to hang with him doing one of those big ones. It's not his thing though. That's not his thing. That's not what his channel is about. But it's a testament to the man that I would like to see him do that. He's done some phenomenal builds. And I'd love to see him do more stuff in the snow where it's a real couple of hours hanging with Sean. So if you're watching Sean, you see this, I'd love to see you do a feature-length video, just once or twice, just to hear you chill, chat, have a drink, air what's on your mind, take your time with the builds, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd like to thank all the subscribers. You guys have been phenomenal, phenomenal. You got me through some really, really tough times. And 99.9% of you guys are superb. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the other ones. But the rest of you, absolutely brilliant. You've been such great support and the comments mean a lot. I can't really reply to comments anymore. I get too many. This is the curse of the channel getting big is you just can't keep up. YouTube doesn't make it easy to monitor the chats either. It's an awful lot of hours per day to monitor them. And obviously I've got a life I've got to get on with as well. And I've got a family life, so. But to all you guys, it wouldn't be possible without you. So fantastic, 100,000. Some of you have been with me since before 1,000. Wow, what a journey for over a year. We've also got to thank Anne and Brandon, my wife and son. You know, they let me do this. Anne is so supportive, poor thing. I leave her alone because Brandon goes to boarding school. So when I come and do these, she's at home alone because I've got Brucey with me. So she doesn't even have Bruce as a companion. So bless her heart. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, darling. I love you so much. And you've been so supportive. Phenomenal. I couldn't wish for a more perfect partner than you. Even though you do decide to use the vacuum cleaner when I'm trying to watch YouTube. And we've been through so much together. We've seen and done it all. So we know each other inside out. So much so, I got a comment once. It turned out to be a bit of a nasty comment in the end, but anyway, asking why I don't wear my wedding ring sometimes. Why is it gone? What's happened between you and Anne? Don't lie to us. The stupidest comment you could possibly imagine. I don't wear my wedding ring because A, my fingers swell up when I train or when I go camping. And it gets painful, it gets stuck, and also I just don't want it getting gouged out, you know? It's a really nice ring. So I rarely wear it. It's beside my bed, right there. I know where it is. Anne knows why I don't wear it. Doesn't bother her even for a second. So why it should bother anybody else or people watching this video, I have no idea. So get over it. There's nothing wrong at all. I never wear a ring in the gym, ever. And because I'm in the gym every single day, I just basically don't put the ring on. And Brandon, yeah, he's so supportive. He's 17 now, but he gets so excited when he sees the subscriber numbers or a new video coming out. He's always liking an Instagram post. Yeah, great kid. You know, I can't always be there for him every time he's doing a golf tournament or anything because I'm doing these things. But he's really understanding of that and very supportive, yeah. Yeah. And the next bit's going to be a bit hard for me, so just bear with me. And those who have been following my channel for a long time know that I was watching all those YouTubers in the UK when I was there, because I'm in New Zealand, and I flew back to look after my dad, who had stage 4 terminal cancer, COPD, and he was all alone. I had to look after him. So I went back for 6 months to look after him. And it was while I was there, obviously looking after him. And then we got talking and he said, you'd be good at doing this. So I had to come back. As many of you know the story now. My brother went and looked after him, and he passed away last year. And I couldn't be there, but Dad, if it hadn't been for your support, I would never have this. I wouldn't have all you subscribers. So if you like the channel, then you actually all owe a cheers to my dad, Edward. Because without him, this would never have happened, ever. It just wouldn't. So, thank you, Dad. And I miss you a lot. And always will. I have no idea when I'll get over it. Okay. Oh, here comes the rain. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. What I might do is light it up out there so you can see the rain. Ooh, got wet doing that. Oh, hope you can see me now. Okay, so I think the rain is definitely settling in for the night. It's definitely picking up. Doesn't bother him at all. He loves walking around in the rain. It does mean I'm going to have to towel him off to get him in there though, in the tent. So what I will probably do before I go to bed is remove this pole here and bring the front right down just to give us some protection. Yeah, that'll work well. Just in case the wind picks up and it blows in or whatever. Can you see him lying over there? I hope so. Let me move. So this is a great size, this tarp, 4 by 3 meter. What is that, 13 by 10? 13 by 10. I think 13 by 10 is a standard size as well, yeah. So it's something like 13 by 10. Okay, so one thing I've definitely got to be careful of is pooling. So I've got to keep an eye out for pooling. It's pretty steady now. It's beautiful. I love it like this. And the camera is getting absolutely drenched because I haven't put the rain cover on it. Let me do that right now. Okay. Cover is on. You know, there's still quite a lot of heat coming out of this fire. It's amazing. All right. It's coming down. And Brucey's lying out in it because he's just mad. All right, everybody. I think I'm just going to chill out with my cigar. Maybe have one more hot chocolate. It's raining. Wow, it's really coming down. And I'll catch you all at bedtime. Thanks again, everyone, for coming with us on this and all the other trips. 100,000 subscribers. Wow. Amazing. Thank you for coming. Well, it's bedtime, everybody. Welcome to the palace. No, Bruce, stay on your bed. You're wet. So Bruce is wet. I've toweled him off and he's got his towel on, but he's edging ever closer. He's got wet paws, and it's just because I've started speaking. He's moving in for the hug. Move your collar out of the way so it doesn't annoy you. There. Is that better? I think it is. He's gonna love this tent because he can see out. He'll be able to see out in the morning, so he'll like that. Yeah, it's a nice tent. I like it. There's my flex tail lamp. I like the fact it's got this solid top, so if there's any condensation, it's not going to drip on you. I like the doors, nice and round, and they've got these pockets that. There's 4 of these, one on each corner, and they're very big, so they're good. There's no gear loft, which would be nice, but it's got 5 loops to secure stuff to, one in the middle, one on each corner, so you could make your own quite easily with some paracord, or just get a piece of netting and put it up. It is a cold tent though. That's a lot of mesh. It is all mesh. So yeah, I've been in here before where it's been breezy and cold. Yeah, and so when it's cold outside, you don't want to hang out in here at all. It's pretty cold. It's not a 4-season tent. If it was the Hillberg, say, then it would all be material like this with vents, proper venting. The exterior, the outer tent actually doesn't have any vents. So I don't know how that works if you have the doors closed. I've got one door open, so we will get airflow, so there shouldn't be any condensation. But it doesn't have a vent at all, and I don't like that. It means this tent will suffer from condensation, definitely. If you have to keep the doors closed, it will suffer from condensation. So you should always be able to vent the outer tent. And I don't like designs that don't do that. So MSR do it, Hillberg, even the big North Face, the Wawonas do it. So why they haven't done it with the Stormbreak, I don't know. There's a few things that they could adjust on this to make it an even better tent. But otherwise, I'm quite happy with it. It's a lot of space. It is spacious in here. You can sit up right in the middle, no problem. It does slope, but I'm just touching the end. Well, no, not really. I might just be touching the end, and it's not on my face, whereas in the Hillberger, you're actually touching it. So this is a long tent. It's a 2-person tent. You can fit 2 people in here, but it's better as a 1-person tent. 1 person and your dog. Because look how much room he takes up. Not a lot on his bed. And he's already asleep. Wow, that didn't take long. He's passed out already. He's on his comfy one tigerist bed. He'll have a great sleep. He always does. He'll sleep really well. I reckon he'll move once. And that's it. Alright, so, yeah. Time to go to sleep, everybody. The rain is on and off now. It was really chucking down. I just got the tail end of that on camera you saw. Me sitting there. But at one point it really chucked down. It's going to do that throughout the night. And I think tomorrow morning it's meant to be raining steadily. I think I'm packing up in the rain. Nightmare. I feel very secure in the knowledge that I've got the tarp over this thing as well. So obviously this isn't a test of this tent at all. But it is covered by the tarp. But knowing North Face and seeing the seam sealing and everything, I doubt that this thing has any problems with water. Not sure about wind. They're not the biggest poles. If you guy it out, I'm sure it'll be okay. But this isn't really a test. This is just a camp. All right, everybody. See you in the morning for coffees and rain and breakfast and more Bruce. Night, everybody. Night, night, Brucey. Morning, Brucey. Morning. Morning. Oh, morning. Oh, gosh, it's licking the camera. Morning, everybody. Morning, Brucey. Morning. I'm coming for cuddles. Oh, he's desperate to go out. Oh, no. He wants cuddles. It's playtime. Oh, yes. Oh, it's been raining all night. Hasn't it, Brucey? Raining all night. Isn't it? Yeah. Very wet out there. Bruce is desperate to go out because he can see out. So I'm going to let Brucey out. Listen to it, it's chucking down. And I'll come back to you for... Oh, downward dog. Morning. Morning, Brucey. Oh! Oh! He landed somewhere. Ow. I'll bring you back for coffee. Oh, is that itchy? Oh, Brucey, is that itchy? Okay. All right, everyone, I'll bring you back for coffee. Oh, Brucey, it's okay. Wait over there. I know what you want. Don't stand on everything. No. I know what you want. You want your breakfast. Okay. So I've got to do Bruce's breakfast first. Now, the usual thing with this camera, this Sony, is it gets a bit foggy in the morning when it warms up. So you're going to lose me a bit for a while, and then it's going to suddenly just clear up all by itself. Right, Bruce is desperate for his breakfast. And we've got that steak from the night before. And some of his lovely meat roll. Yum, Brucey. He's very happy. It's another day, Brucey. Right. Let's chop this up for Bruce. So that was a pretty rubbish night's sleep. It rained all night. It was loud. And I just didn't sleep very well. Don't know why. I just couldn't get comfy. I think I should have taken some ibuprofen. Because when you've got a sore back, like I do, you just don't sleep as well. You feel it. Whereas the ibuprofen really numbs it all. So you get a much better sleep. What are we doing on the fog? Not so bad. I could just keep stopping it and wiping it. But it just goes through this phase and it's really irritating. Because the camera heats up because it's filming in 4K. I do have a lens heater, but I just don't have it with me. There's only so much gear I can bring. My pack was already 25 kilos. 25 kilograms. You try carrying a 25 or over 50-pound pack. It's a lot of food, Brucey. I'm going to give you one bit of roll just because it contains some other stuff in it, just for a bit of a change. Okay. Tell you what, the roll smells really good. And then it'll be my turn to have coffee. It's a pretty chilly morning. Ugh, wasps. I think a wasp was looking for something there. All right, Brucey, come on then. He's gonna love that. Okay, we need to get water boiled. So I've got my alcohol burner. I haven't used an alcohol burner for a while. The fog on the lens. Yeah, I haven't used an alcohol burner for a while just because there's been fire restrictions. But they're over now. Wow, he's finished that already. Unbelievable. Okay, that's taken. So I used to bring the whole Trangia, but this is so much smaller, easier, lighter to use. But the Trangia is more stable. See, that's not stable. Okay. Bruce is going to be preoccupied with that pan for a long time. With the grill. He's getting his tongue into all the little bits. Oh. Did you have a nice breakfast, Bruce? There's no more. That was it. He's dry and fluffy now. When he came to bed, he was wet. His dog bed is wet. It soaks up a lot of the moisture, but his natural heat, the way their coat works, just dries themselves out. All right, Bruce, enough, enough. There's no more food here. No, Bruce, enough. Go on, away, go and play. Don't go in the fire. No. It's like having a child. Right, I need to go and wash my cup out. Wash my cup out, wash my plate out, and I'll come back to you. Oh, how's that? Is that better? I gave it a wipe. What a lovely morning. There are some massive rain clouds over there, very thick. So who knows what's about to happen. Might be rain. Just don't know. Right, let's get some coffee bags in here. Jed's coffee. Very good coffee bags. Very easy, no mess. So I checked the trail cam, and unfortunately I had the wrong setting. I had it set to time lapse instead of video and capture. So all it did was a completely useless dark time lapse of bits of rain falling on the lens, and that was it. There was nothing else on there. So that was a total waste of time. But I've had a look around and I can't see any actual animal prints. So I don't know if anything came through. Pillow for the back, for the win. Oh, just to support it. As comfortable as this chair is, it's not great when you've got a bad back. And my back, it's still recuperating slowly. Sandflies. Okay, so thermosol. I need to put a new thingamajiggy in it. New pad. You know what I want to do? I need to give a shout out. I thought I brought the picture with me. But to Jamie in Oklahoma, who sent me a letter to my P.O. box, and he sent me a drawing. He draws to relieve anxiety, and he watches this channel, and he says it helps him with his anxiety, whether that's PTSD, I don't know. He wasn't clear on that. But to Jamie in Oklahoma, thank you very much. I loved it. I loved the drawing. And it was actually, so the drawing was of me in this tent camping up in the pine trees. And so that's one of the reasons I brought this tent along, was because you reminded me about this tent, the orange tent. So thank you, Jamie. Much appreciated. Thank you. Right, I'll bring you back when the coffee is ready. And then we're ready for breakfast. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, that's piping hot. Oh. Oh, I need this, but it's going to be too hot to drink. Last. Thanks for coming, everybody. Hope you're having a coffee or a brew too. Excellent. Let me zoom you in a bit. Ugh. Is that better? Oh, you can't see Brucey, can you? I know you want to see Brucey. Very complicated doing this, you know. There, now you can see me, and you can see Brucey. Don't go in the fire, Bruce. I've just changed the camera so that everybody can see you. Hey? So why don't you come and lie down where you were? Just chill, chillax. Don't lick my plate, no. Just relax. I know there's food in there, lie down. You're not getting any more. That was a massive breakfast. You can have treats on the way out. Lie down, just chill. I think there's a lot of rain coming. Oh. So he's got to press against something when he lies down. So last night when he was sleeping, he was pressed against the inside of the tent. It's funny that, isn't it? Feels more comfortable, snuggled up against something. So he's got to lean against the tent. This is what he does. Hey, I wanted to give another shout out too. And I can't remember his name. Is it Graham? I can't remember, from the States. He got me a bunch of these holders. These little jars. They're like neoprene jars. And they're awesome little things, lifesavers, and they don't leak or anything. They're great. So I'll have to look back, and because I did take a photo of the label. So I'll have to look back and I'll just put your name on the screen. But yeah, thanks to you. They're great, really great. Thanks for the, that was a surprise little package in the P.O. box with these little things. So cheers again. Oh. Right, I guess we've got to start thinking about breakfast, which are the usual pancakes, but I've got bacon this time as well. So I would probably do the bacon first and then the pancake. So what I'll do is I'll do some prep and then I'll bring you back. Okay, here comes the rain. Come and lie down, Brucey, out of the rain. Good boy. No, just there, you're good there. Right, let's get breakfast on. Oh, I just got wet just moving the camera this then. I knew it was going to come down. It was looking that way. It's got so dark. Wow, it's chucking it. Okay, so we've got to get our bacon on first. Yeah, these little containers. Awesome, thank you. Always bring a cloth for dishes. Oops. Yeah, wet wipes, cloth for dishes, those sorts of things. Very important. I feel like I need to shout just because it's quite loud. But I guess I don't have to. Wow. I don't know if the camera's picking up the rain. Probably not. But at least he's under here. He would be lying out in the rain if I hadn't made him come back under here. So let's get the pan nice and hot. Let's grab another coffee. Yeah, it's amazing, there's no pooling. So this is the tarp where I found a little tear in it right here. And I did a repair job with seam sealant tape. And it's held ever since perfectly. So if you've got minor tears in a tarp or holes, get yourself some seam sealant tape and just carefully iron that on. And it should be okay. This is held through all sorts. I've used this tarp a few times now since I repaired it, and it's been perfect. Okay, I'm not even going to bother trying to separate that. So the only thing I don't like about using this sort of mini tranger is, yeah, it's unstable. You do have to hold the pan whenever you're doing anything. You know, whereas the tranger is solid, it's pretty stable, stuff's not really going anywhere. I hope you can pick up the sound of the rain. I mean, we might get a complete deluge, which would be fun to film, because light rain like this, or medium heavy rain, doesn't show up on camera. It just doesn't. You catch the drips coming off the end of the tarp, but it's so difficult to show it. See, it's not stable. Okay, our bacon is done. Yay. Bruce was here. I don't know where he's gone. So that deluge of rain has stopped, luckily. Oh, gosh. Lots of bacon fat. Gonna have to pour that in the fire. Okay, now the other thing I need to do is turn this down a bit. So we'll use the ring just to turn it down. There you go. Okay. Pancake time. Got to be careful of these things because they have a habit of exploding. Oh yeah. Okay, as usual, we'll just do one nice thick pancake. Oh, so excited. That should be plenty of heat to cook that. Some of this bacon is going to be for Brucey. Oh, there he was. He was just hiding behind the tent. He knows I'm... No. What's that tongue for? If you're patient and you wait, you'll get some. Why don't you come and lie down and just wait for some bacon, Brucey? No, you're not going in the fire. I'm actually going to cover that up. Oh, if this is your first time watching my video, he's the star, obviously. He doesn't get everything he wants. He doesn't get his own way at all. Because obviously, that's not good for him. He's a purebred Border Collie. They like to dominate. So you have to be the boss of them. They have a boss. They like having a boss. Usually it's a farmer. If you watch the film Babe, you'll see what I'm talking about. You do have to be very strict with them, or else they're out of control. Their herding mentality, stuff like that. They're not very good with children. You really have to keep an eye on them because they'll try and nip children's heels, especially if they run from them. They treat them like little sheep. The males, like Bruce, they can be a bit nippy with people if you're a bit too soft with him. So a lot of the time people will go up to him and just stroke him without asking. And he'll show his teeth and he'll maybe have a bite. A, he's either trying to protect Anne, because it's usually when he's with Anne. And also B, he doesn't like people coming into his space. If he comes to you, great. But if you come to him in his space, you invade his space, and he's very defensive of his turf, his area. He doesn't like that. There's very few people he would tolerate allowing that to happen. Me, Anne, Brandon, but even with Brandon, he'll show his teeth, but he won't do anything because he loves Brandon. Oh, he loves Brandon. But he'll show his teeth. There's a couple of other people that we live nearby that have known him since he was a pup. Other than that, no, he will not tolerate it. I've seen him bite people for just getting in his face. Yeah. And he's like, what are you doing? Leave me alone. So, yeah, he's not that approachable. It's okay if he comes to you. He loves strokes, even with strangers. But if he comes up to you, tail wagging, great. If you're stroking him and he wants more strokes and you're being a bit too soft, he'll show his teeth because he's now switching into dominating mode. So understand, this is a trait of purebred Border Collies, like this one. Not a town dog. This is a pure country working dog. So you have to understand there's certain traits about this breed, and when they're purebred like this, that you have to know what you're doing. You have to dominate them. They need a boss. You've got to keep them under control, or yeah, they'll wreak havoc. When he was a pup, oh yeah, he could be a nightmare. Couldn't you? You were a nightmare when you were a pup, weren't you? Nipping Brandon. Yeah, he did not like it, Brandon, when he was a pup. He wanted to dominate him. So everybody thinks he's so cute and cuddly. But he just gets grumpy when people get in his face. He doesn't like it. So we've got half sun and half heavy, heavy rain cloud. It's anyone's guess as to what's about to happen. Now, I've got this pan that doesn't allow flicking because the handle is wobbly. It's a bit of a pain, this pan. This is the Trangia pan. If I can put my thumb on it, you know what? It might work because it will be hot. But if I can hold it with my hand, that might work. This might work. Okay, we're going for the flip. Oh, see, it doesn't. No, I can't get the angle. Oh no, I've bollocksed it up completely. Oh. Damn it. Brucey, I messed up my pancake. Should have left it alone. What was I thinking? You can't flip with this pan. I should have remembered that. Silly. Very silly. Oh well. Okay, let's just leave that to cook now, like that. It's going to be a bit of a splat cake, pancake, but whatever. Oh dear. You're such a good boy waiting patiently for your bacon, aren't you? Hmm? I know, you're looking. Just wait. Good boy. Stay. Just wait. There's a Border Collie in New Zealand, purebred like Bruce, probably from the same lineage, same family, a cousin or a brother or whatever, that can drive, that can actually drive a car. Yeah. There's another one that understands 2,000 words. He understands a lot of stuff, a lot of words. He's very good with his tricks and teaches him all sorts of tricks. Just Google yoga dogs, and they're usually Border Collies, and they're doing yoga with their mum, and they'll copy them, do everything with them. Amazing. Super, super smart. But it's horrible to think that there are people that have got these and they're in the city. It's not good for them. He's a country dog. He lives outside. He runs around all the time. Okay, at night time he sleeps in the house with us. But during the day, he's everywhere. We don't know where he is, but he never strays too far. We can go out for a couple of hours, leave him outside the house, come back, and he's still lying there waiting for us. He doesn't go anywhere. Before that, we had golden retrievers. You couldn't do that with them. Golden retrievers are roamers. They could roam miles for a scent or whatever, food. They're fatties, they really are. They were beautiful, lovely dogs, but oh my word, nothing like a Border Collie. Intelligent as well, but they sort of play dumb. Oh, I can't believe I ruined well, I haven't ruined it, but I can't believe I messed it up. That's silly. Yeah, so this Trangia pan, you can't lock the handle in place, so it's floppy, which is a bit of a nightmare. How's this looking on the other side? Oh no, that needed more. Okay, you know what I've got to do? I've got to put the flame on full. Let's superheat this thing. He's patiently waiting for his bit of bacon. I'm in my happy place. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh yeah, that's fluffy. Okay. Fluffy pancake. All right, Brucey, you want a piece of bacon, do you? So what I'll do is I'll put some in his bowl. He will devour this in seconds, I guarantee it. Go on then. Oh, let's move this out of the way. Again, thank you for these little tubs, these little pot jars, they're amazing. Maple syrup, lashings of it. Oh yeah. Now we are talking. So good. Mm. Mm. course. Come on then. Gentle. Good boy. That was amazing. It feels like it's about to chuck down with rain. I'll bring you back for that. It looks like it's going to rain, but it hasn't started yet. And what I think I might do is, before it absolutely pelts down, is just pack up majority of camp, but leave the tarp up, leave my chair, so I can just, if it does really chuck down, I can just chill out and watch the rain and maybe film it. So I will pack some stuff up, including the tent, and put that on fast forward for you. Speeding up now. Right, most of it's packed up. Now I've got to do the tent, and here comes the rain. So, as predicted, okay, let's get the tent packed up. As I said, I'm using my Anaris pegs. I don't know if you can see His Highness lying over by the tree there. Okay. So what you do is you loosen the outer. And there's only actually 2 pegs for the outer. Sorry, there's 4 pegs for the outer. Oh, okay. That's everything packed up. Just in time for the heavens to open. Hello, Brucey. Oh, you're wet. Oh, you're soaking. You mean? Oh no! Oh, you did that deliberately. Oh, it's chucking down. I've got to walk back in this. The nice thing about this big tarp is tons of space. You don't have to have a tent under it. Obviously, you could just set up a bivvy bag and sleep out in it. So much room under here. I mean, it's probably designed for hammock camping. No, Bruce, you're not going to get to that. Come on, out of the fire. Out of the fire, Brucey. No, out, out, out. Come on, out, out, Bruce. You're going to dig. Come on, away from there. Away. Ay, 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 ay. I don't know if the camera's picking up the rain. It's just steady. Not heavy, not a deluge. I'm not looking forward to the walk out. It's about 45 minutes back to the car. He's had so much food already. Never enough. You can never fill a dog's stomach. Not this type of dog anyway. So I'll start packing up the tarp in about 20 minutes. I'm just going to sit under the tarp and chill out. Look at the rain. Right, I've packed everything other than the tarp. I've put everything in the bag, in the pack, so let's get the tarp down. Bruce, you're going to get wet standing where you are. I told you were going to get wet there. It's just sort of light but persistent rain at the moment. Not bad to walk out in. Isn't that right, Brucey? Bruce is ready, he knows. He's ready for the walk out. Aren't you? You gonna help me? Bruce, you gonna help me do the tarp? He is a good helper. So in case you were wondering, yeah, from the beginning of this video, I use my own proprietary setup. A couple of carabiners, a couple of toggles, stoppers. And this is 3mm, very strong, I guess it's like Dyneema cord. Not paracord. Paracord is a bit stretchy. You have to keep adjusting it through the night or when it gets wet, whereas this stuff you don't have to adjust at all. There's links to everything in the description if you want to get it. I got it all off Amazon. I can't remember what this cord is called, but it's very, very strong stuff. And 3mm is about as thick as you want to go with this. The reason I don't use a ridgeline, even though I got criticized by someone who came over from Sean Kelly's channel, said, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, he doesn't use a ridgeline. You don't have to use a ridgeline. You just don't. And the distance between these two trees is so long. And I'm on the seam here. This is a very strong seam on this tarp. So why do I need a ridgeline? Look how taut it is. It's brilliant. Perfect. Ridgeline not needed. I mean, it is useful to hang things off, having a ridgeline, if it's on the inside of the tarp. But honestly, they do come with their own issues as well. And since I've been doing it this way, I've never had a problem with taut tarp. Wind, any conditions, rain, no issues. I think the main thing is each person to himself. However you want to do it. Whatever works for you. This is convenient for me, and I prefer it to doing ridge lines. Hey, the rain might stop. Just in time for walking out. In case you're wondering, these trousers, these pants I'm wearing, they are waterproof. They're sort of an all-in-one. You can wear them anytime. It's a normal pant, and they are very, very waterproof. So you just don't get cold in them at all, because they don't get wet, but they've got a nice outer material that's quite silent. Good for hunting, if that's your thing. The other good thing about this is I think I've got 8 of these. Is that if it's a really long distance, you can just daisy chain them. I've only had to do that once. And because this cord doesn't stretch, it was perfect. And you just tighten with the toggles. With the ridgeline, you've got to learn all the knots. The knots are great, they're fine. In icy conditions, they suck. And that is how it's done. Quick and easy. Lemon squeezy. And we are all set. Right, I'm going to film us walking out, crossing the stream back and forth. Whew. Let's get this pack on. Right, I need to put the big camera away. We're going mobile. Oh, okay. Sorry for the dizzy shot. All packed up. There's no point walking with my rain jacket on because I'm just going to sweat buckets anyway. So let's get out of here and do some stream crossings. Lead the way, Brucey. Go on. Let's go home. Back to the car. No, not that stick. Go on. Go, 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 go. What a beautiful spot. I can't wait to come back. Even in the rain, it's just beautiful. All right, catch you at the first stream crossing. Here we go. Will Bruce find a good bit to cross? He's an expert at crossing. Where are you going, Brucey? Oh, it's not very deep at all. Oh, the smells everywhere, driving him crazy. Aha. That's a stag print. So there are stags around. Ah, shame I didn't get the trail cam up properly. Oh, I'm getting wet. You can probably smell the stags. Come on, Brucey. Cross. Almost at the car. Just got to cross the stream one more time. Bruce. Come on. Go on, Bruce. Woo. There's the car, or the truck, whatever you want to call it. That's right, AB camp. All right, guys, let me put some dry civvies on and I'll bring you back. Isn't that right, Brucey? We're gonna go in. Right, I'm changed. Did you enjoy that, Brucey? Yes, he did. Thanks again for everyone for coming. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We'd love to have more subscribers. And thank you again for our 100,000. I'm getting drenched right now. So we're going to get out of here. It's been a great trip. Catch you all soon for the next AB Camping with Tony and Bruce. Bye, Brucey.